Howdy diddly dandy there, chums. So last episode I showed you how to get the glyphs super sneakity quick like a ninja. Heck yes I did. Yeah, so I have now got 15 of the 16 glyphs. And in this station as I flew in, I went into camera mode. And I spied with my little eyes through a camera. Yeah, that sounds bad, doesn't it? But yeah, there is a traveller up here, chums. And we are going to go to his grave and we're going to get the glyph. There's so much wrong with this game. We're going to rob a grave for a glyph. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Awesome. Yep. We're going to go rob your grave, mate. Yeah, that's what we're doing next. Yes. There we go. So we have got a little bit of trivia to go through first. And look at that. He's taking photos too. So there we go. I was using camera mode. He's using camera mode. We're all using camera mode. Awesome. It's funny how he called me iteration and a string of numbers there. I don't know whether that's the same for everyone. Kind of interesting that I'm numbered iteration, whatever. Anyhow, let's hit this up. Brilliant, sweet. And we're going to go rob your grave now, buddy. Yeah, I think he knows. what we're going to do. But here we go. Let's head on over to his grave and we will have all 16 glyphs. Right, now if you did miss the last episode, I will put a card up in the top corner right there for you guys and viewer world. Take a watch of that, because yes, I was exploiting like the kill hazardous floor missions and stuff to get those glyphs. Super lickety-split and quick. Heck yes! Let's head on over here. Now, what I'm doing in each of the stations when I do go to stations is I'm picking up all the navigational data. Even though that I have put out that video on how to use your Roma and your exocraft to scan for these different sites of interest that we need to hit up for old Nada with that decoder trackman thingamajig, yeah, I'm still using the odd bit of data as well. It is convenience, isn't it? You know, might as well mix and match. I'm up here anyway. Grab a couple of navigate datas, why the fudge not, and grab a couple of mappity maps. So here we go. The blue cubes, the orange cubes, there's these little flat discs as well. So yeah, while I'm up here, I'm also checking the multi-tool cabinets, mainly because I'm wondering whether we might get some sort of combat element. The whole beachhead thing makes me think there might be some sort of incursion or some sort of combat at some point. So I'm checking the multi-tools. I've actually got 3 multi-tools now. I've got 2 really cool ones. And I'm also checking the ship vendor. And I have been putting in some S-class launch thruster modules. I know previous episode I said is it really worth it because of storage and so forth and so on. But with all the taking off, landing to go to all these different alien places to get this blinking bar to go up, yes, they probably are, because you can put 3 in your technology and 3 in your general area of your ship, therefore having 6 S-class modules, which takes it from the 10% down to a 5%. Now, even while you're just going around like the monolith or going around the relic site and interacting with it and going through the dialogue options, your ship actually recharges. So although it drops by 5%, by the time you've taken off and flown somewhere else and stuff like that, it goes back up again. So I'm not really using any launch thruster fuel. Once you've got 6 S-class modules in there, I held up 3 fingers then, times that by 2. Right, okay. Yeah, so actually they are worth it for this mission and for this sort of thing. If you're out there looking for ships and scrapping ships, you might want to put in 6, you know, if you're not too bothered about having a combat ship, because it does take up a lot of slot. Hello there, my cartographer friend. You look like you're part Kinder Egg in those sort of colours and get-up, and you look like you got an egg for a head. Anyway, I'm going to buy 6 of these off of you. I want your finest maps, my friend, my buddy, my pal. Yeah, and you do find quite a fair bit of nav data just laying around in stations, in between 2 and 6, or whatever. Anyway, or sometimes a bit more. So here we go, I'm going to set on off. Or sometimes you pick up a cube and it gives you nanites, which is a right fudge and faff, isn't it, really? Anyhow, I'm going to head on out, and we're going to head on down to that grave marker. And after I've interacted with the grave, I'm going to pop maybe 3 of the maps and see what we find. I do 3 on a planet, and sometimes it only gives you 2 results, or sometimes even 1. Yeah, but I just go with whatever it gives me. If it says nothing found, I just move on. Hello there, light bulb face. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to have your glyph. Isn't it funny that he doesn't really match the one that was up in the station, though? It's odd that. And go to his grave and I find somebody else there. Well, who's the fudge are you? Right, brilliant. Okay, so there we go. I've scanned a couple of times. You can see there that I used 3 and only 2 were successful. So I'm going to touch down at the first location, which is a plaque. Hello there, plaque. Yes, you're going to give me the histories. I'm going to use the take a dossier, whatever that is, for Nada. Brilliant. Barrier failure. Lovely. And let's have a look at the new text. The Gek. The Korvax. Grah! Doesn't say Viking, just says gra. I like that. That made me chuckle. Yeah, lovely, awesome, fantabadozy. Well, I'm going to get into my ship and I'm going to cut it, and you're just going to see me getting back out of my ship at a new location. Editing powers initiated. Sweet. I'm going to head on over. I'm going to hit up all of these knowledge stones and get some free words, because Captain Steve likes a freebie. Heck, freebie, yes. Awesome. Let's hit that one, and there's another one over here. Chickadee boom, chickadee boom. Yep, and that's all the words indicated. Let's go and interact with this, and again we're going to hit it up for nada. So there you go. As you go down to actually pick up the grave, if you've got some maps on you, or if you can call in your roamer from your freighter or whatever, or just put down a geobay and have it that way, you can scan, just like I did there. So I've kind of tried to layer this together. So I've done a fair few of these as I've been getting the graves. And although that I said to you that it took me about 4 hours to get them all, just going straight there and doing just that, I have been doing the scanning as well, and it still only took me about 4 hours. So it is actually a really quick way to get the glyphs, which is excellent. And I have also found 2 stations that have the S-class launch thrusters. So I named them, although the names haven't come up. They're them there. So those 2 there. When I actually walk through, you'll probably see the name pop up. I'm going to speed up the footage, but if you're eagle-eyed enough, you'll see that it says Captain Launch, I think I just called it Launch Thruster S System. And I've called them both that. So here you go, I'll sped this footage up, but I'm going to jump back again to the other one. I'm just jumping backwards and forwards. Rather than doing a reload of my save, I'm just jumping backwards and forwards and buying them. And I do that a couple of times until I've got 6 of them. So you have got a shed load of nanites, people. So from doing the expedition up to now, you should have a massive amount of nanites to just spend on what you like. I've gone over to the Nexus and I've bought like the positron ejector and the greaser and stuff from my multi-tool as well. And I'm going to be doing up my multi-tool in the background as well. Well, all 3 of my multi-tools. I wanted combat multi-tool, an all-rounder multi-tool, and a planet side multi-tool for scanning and digging. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that. I'll have something to show you maybe next episode, but I'm probably not going to go into the ins and outs of how I did that. I think everybody knows how to buy freaking modules and install them now. But there we go, done. I might have to do one on earning nanites at some stage, but then I've got a whole playlist on earning nanites, so you can look that one up. But yeah, I'm going to tool up my ship a little. I might put in a couple of the scanners, and I might put in the rocket launchers, for example, because we still don't know what those last 2 encrypted things are. Now I know that one of the badges, one of those 2 badges, has got a boundary failure on it, or it might do, because Kurt Lawrence, the maker of the No Man's Sky app, he gets all the graphics. As soon as an update comes out, he can pick up all the icons, and we haven't had that icon pop yet. So I'm wondering whether we might have to go to a boundary failure on one of these, and I'm wondering whether that boundary failure might become active, and I'm wondering whether something might come out of that boundary failure that we might need to shoot a Kate. Yeah, we might need to murder-cate something. So I'm making some tools of murdering. Heck yes I am. So I'm tooling up my multi-tool, and I'm tooling up my ship. This is just all based on very little, to be fair. And these are my multi-tools that I've got. So I've got this one that's going to be my all-rounder. And then I've got like, I've got a couple. But yeah, anyhow, I'm going to get mine ready. It's completely up to you what you want to do. I mean, I'm still going to be doing the going to the alien places, but I like to have 2 things on the bake at the same time. I like to freaking multitask. If I'm doing a task, I want to be doing 2 tasks. Heck yes. Yeah. So I'm stacking this sort of stuff ambiently. So I might earn a couple of nanites while I'm doing things. I mean, we're scanning stuff, so you earn in units. You just upload them, you get nanites, and then you can buy some modules. Freaking excellent. So that's what I'm up to anyway. Anyway, see you again soon. Goodbye. I want to say a massive great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!